The next changes that we are going through is connected to the solar plexus. There is an activation occurring in the solar plexus as part of the release and the healing and the clearing of old programs, old beliefs, old consciousness. Now, the stuff around the solar plexus has a direct link to our thoughts because in the solar plexus is pretty much a culmination of a consciousness of beliefs and perceptions that our mind has had a co-creative force with. Now that is being called to be transmuted. So as this is occurring, we are feeling out of sorts. The tiredness level has really ramped up. There's this really strong, overwhelming feeling of tiredness. This tiredness feels also very heavy. It's exhausting. And that is happening because of the transmutation in the solar plexus. Because the solar plexus holds, it's a space, a container that holds in our physical reality the beliefs, known and unknown, of how we have come to see the world in the way we see the world. And that has its foundations in our genetics and our experiences in the past. Especially some of these beliefs has its roots in our pain, in our wounds. So that is being pulled up and out, transmuting, and that is causing these symptoms: tiredness, not feeling grounded. That's another big one. Not feeling grounded, feeling a bit out there, feeling not fully in the body. Also, there's a lot of energy around our head centers, so our thoughts don't feel don't feel grounded, they just don't feel centered. This is part of the change that is now being focused upon our solar plexus, because the solar plexus is the area connected to our self-worth, is connected to our beingness in relationship to the world, to each other. It is the place, the first doorway we move through that takes us into this expansive space of the community, of tribal consciousness. So what's being transmuted is the tribal consciousness connected mostly to do with our genetics, our family. At the moment, that has to do with our generation, our parents' generation, and our grandparents' generation. All this shifting and clearing that's happening in those energy centers I've been speaking about are happening really quickly. It's a quickening process. So that's why we are feeling it physically. So some of the emotions that are coming up around this is feeling overwhelmed, feeling not centered. Questions are arising of one's purpose. questions are arising about what's happening on the planet and how one moves during this time, and where are we going, and who am I in this ever-changing time. So this is all the solar plexus. Now the solar plexus has this feeling. It's like, the best way for me to describe it, it's like having an upset tummy, but it's in the solar plexus. So some of you might be feeling this, and it's a tight feeling in the solar plexus. It's a feeling of something's not right. And that is an old feeling, an old energy that's been held in your solar plexus. And it's what we call the feeling of not feeling safe. So as that starts being transmuted, dislodged, it throws us off. It throws us off our axis. So a lot of what you're feeling has to do with this. The tiredness, this extreme tiredness, is your being moving with this quickening process, and there are many parts of you trying to comprehend and keep up with these changes. The solar plexus holds the old memories. It's like a photo album. There's a slideshow going on at the moment. And on a certain level, there is a higher aspect of you that's going in and clearing out those photos and having a look at those slideshows and dismantling an old consciousness that's in your lineage. Like I said, your generation, your parents, your grandparents. It's like you're sitting there and you're watching this slideshow. That's the energy of it. So one of the other reasons you could be feeling a bit off, a bit unsteady, not grounded, is because there is how do I put this? There is a window open in the room of your solar plexus. This window is open and it's releasing also on another level what we call the hauntings. Okay, the hauntings, the memories. And these hauntings have to do with the ghosts of your past. It's energetically. So that's why you might be feeling also unusual. Not only unusual energetically, but physically. Some of you might be going through energetic, subtle pain. And how that plays out is that you're really feeling sensitive. Your senses are heightened. They're heightened, and so that makes you sensitive to noise, to conversations, to light, to temperature, to noise. That's a big one at this moment because of this clearing. During this time, we are going through so much shifts. And it's because we are entering a new level, a new consciousness. So there's this quickening that's happening, this clearing for all of us. And we're all going through this, but we are in our own I am presence, so it can be quite different individually. But in that collective we're all going through the same thing at this time. So with the solar plexus clearing out plus dismantling, it is causing this feeling of unusual symptoms. One of those is around our head centers, around our thoughts. Our heads, the top of our heads, our crown, our temples, our third eye might feel a bit foggy, a bit scattered, physically tight. Some might be experiencing headaches. And that's because there is an energetic direct link from the head to the solar plexus. Those two have had a co-creative link for a long time. So as the solar plexus is being cleared, transmuted, this is also affecting the head centers, because the thoughts that supported the solar plexus and the energies in the solar plexus that supported the thoughts are now being dismantled, are now being cleared. So that's why you might feel very ungrounded and very foggy in the head centers. Some of you might also be having unusual dreams. Some of your dreams might be very sci-fi, paranormal, a bit out there. And that's because your dreams are also part of the dismantling around the solar plexus, clearing out that old consciousness, beliefs, but the dreams are doing it from the perspective of other levels, other realms. They're doing it from the quantum consciousness. So that's why your dreams can be very unusual, a little bit strange, a little bit weird, because it's clearing out from certain aspects and parts of your being and your consciousness that is definitely out there. So with the shifts around the solar plexus, it is causing this very strong tiredness that many are experiencing. The key words is to get into the practice of grounding yourself. Again, it's really important to move gently. And what I mean by that is to not overload your system, not to overwhelm your time. It's like if you go to work, come back, move gently, eat mindfully, bring in the energy of mindfulness. That's going to support you. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself. It's like that self-care, that self-well-being has to kick in, be a bit more extra at this time. Grounding is really important. Connecting to the earth. Connecting to nature. Even if you can't get out into nature, put on YouTube something about nature, a video, a panoramic video of lakes, of mountains. That will really help your senses to ease, to soothe. Also, listening to soothing music, frequency-based music, things like Tibetan bowls, gentle bells. Those vibrations are really, really good in helping at this time. But gentle, not necessarily the high pinging sounds, because our energies are so sensitive. That can be a bit energetically painful for our system. So grounding, even music that has that grounding, gentle drums, connection to earth, those sounds, the sounds of water, the sounds of nature. The key word is grounding, grounding, grounding. Also, you can spend 5 to 10 minutes a day, sitting in a relaxed position or lying and visualizing, relaxing the body and visualizing white light, liquid white light. So it's like the white light you're visualizing is like water, but it's white light water flowing over your being, over your body. And then you can also visualize liquid gold flowing over your being. One of the things you can affirm when you're feeling a bit off is the I am affirmations. And it could be, I am grounded in my truth. I am love. I am safe. I am protected. Those are powerful, the I am affirmations. And saying I am safe, I am protected is also powerful while you're going through this. And you're saying it not because you're in danger. You're saying it for the parts of you, aspects of you who might be feeling overwhelmed in the background, who might be feeling unsure and going, what's happening? What's going on? So you, during this process that we are all going through, is being called to be the way shower for yourself, for those aspects that are now being brought up, going, hey, buddy, what's going on? I'm feeling not that great. So it's like going in and saying, I am safe. I am protected. Okay, you can also say, this takes it to another level, we are safe. We are protected. I am love. In the we are, that is light surrounding. Okay, you can work with these affirmations of I am in the we are. You can work with those. Those are really powerful, powerful words because they help ground but clear and cleanse your energy field and keeps your energy field in a certain frequency and vibration of rising above the density consciousness. Thank you, and I'll speak to you very soon. Thank you.